welcome Scorpio to your mid-month reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Welcome back all subscribers, all new watchers, and of course cross watchers. Okay guys, let's get in here. There's a shift happening in the mid-month right now after this lunar eclipse. So we're in post-lunar eclipse season and solar eclipse obviously. But just knowing that we're having this turning point, it's this energy that's surrounding you, whether it's behind the scenes or it's actually right in front of you. Okay, so for some of you it's still behind the scenes and you're not really seeing it, and then some of you are actually feeling it, knowing it, and living in it right as we speak. Okay, so let's look and see what's going on here. We do have the Knight of Pentacles, so it is coming in kind of slow. Okay, it's a little slow and steady, but it's working its way towards you. As much as possible. So whether this is committed to a long-term stability, building something step by step that's taking a little bit of time, but it's also focused on practical growth, okay? So you may be taking a very grounded approach right now and making really careful decisions about where your future is going, okay? How is something working itself towards you or working its way out, right? However it is. I would say making progress towards what it is you truly want more than anything, as it's taking something else away. The Hierophant in reverse to the Temperance. Ooh, to the Eight of Pentacles. This is definitely methodical and intentional. I mean, because look, you're putting in all your time and effort. There's a lot of effort that's going on and a lot of dedication to what it is you're putting out to the, into your life and into just the energy. There's a lot of energy that's going out. It's very balanced. It's very methodical. It's very time consuming though also. And it's going to have a lot of patience and a lot of time. But you're saying, I'm going to get to my crown. I'm going to get to where it is I truly want to be. With the Hierophant in reverse, it suggests, Scorpio, that you might be questioning old beliefs, old structures, old things that were going on around you, right? Like I said, you're trying to either work those things out for the better good or make that cycle end, right? So you could be breaking away from old expectations, the way you're seeing things, doing things differently than before. But you're definitely choosing your own path instead of following that old path, that old tradition, that old way of thinking, doing, believing, right? So something has changed. Okay, let's get some clarifying cards on the situation. You have the Chariot in reverse. Actually, in this area here, I really like the Chariot in reverse, tell you the truth. Yeah, with the Eight of Swords in reverse, that's even better because you're getting to your Nine of Cups. Okay, I do like that. I do like that because this is saying this is where the turning point is. It took me all this time to realize that I really did feel stuck and that the direction that I was moving into, I was very unclear of where this is going. I'm not sure if that was going to work. So your life lesson here is really about, how much more am I going to take, right? Or hold back from a situation. So there's a lot of growth in this reading. It's really showing where you're coming from and how you're moving and how you're growing away from that to get to your overall fulfillment. It just feels like the only thing that was holding you back was really fear and doubt, overthinking situations. That could have what had you stuck. Maybe you were afraid to move. There could have been some procrastination to want to do so. But it could also be because I was not sure about what the outcome was going to be if I continue down this same place. I'm not sure if this is going to work. You see what I'm saying? Can it be better? How do I know if I change this and that it's going to actually work, right? something in the past may have not have. But now you're saying I'm moving towards something that truly is satisfying me emotionally, right? It is for my better whole situation. Everybody's situation is a little bit different, so I'm not going to bring in how many different situations this could be relating to, right? You know, it's love, money, career, right? Something, traditional values, however. But no matter what the situation is you're really stepping away from those restrictions, those expectations, and really reclaiming your own power in your own direction for your own happiness. And that's, like I said, it's going to be time consuming to get there, but you're on your way. Very beautiful. So let's get some closing messages. Overall outcome. A couple of cards, please. Yeah, you're going to go through a tower moment. There's going to be a tower on the horizon with the King of Cups to the Hierophant. But look, the Hierophant is now right side up. So it's going to take that, yeah, because at the bottom of the deck, you have the Strength card that's coming. The Ten of Pentacles to the Strength card, to the Queen of Pentacles, finding your nurturing. Okay. And then having this kind of wake-up call over here. This is what's happening in the near future, right? Having this kind of wake-up, changing the situation, having this overall understanding of what's really, really, truly going on within the situation. So I do like that, because it's saying I have this tower, but I'm getting it back to where I'm emotionally comfortable and where I feel comfortable about the decisions that I'm making and where I'm moving now. Because I've been dedicated to moving in this direction, so now I don't have to worry about that. You're making the changes as you're working, right? You're very focused on this change, and it's showing it's happening, but it's bringing in a lot more emotional fulfillment for sure. And then like I said, your Hierophant is right side up now, so you're getting it back into a new place of belief, a new place of happiness. Could even be new contracts, new love. So I really do like that. I just feel like there's something that once felt unstable is suddenly shifting into something that's necessary for you. Okay. So the shift that you're really feeling is going to be quite the shakeup in the mid-month. For now, it's just about you focusing until that tower hits to shake things up. And then it's just going to lead you towards this emotional strength and deeper wisdom. We've seen that because we did have the Strength card at the bottom of the deck. That's what's crazy, you know, thinking about that strength. As I'm sitting over here thinking it's going to lead to bigger strength, but you did have the Strength card. It's just going to feel more authentic for you and more stable. It's something that you need, that you've known you've needed for a while. I think a lot of you are waiting for that tower. You know, it's something that's going to allow you to feel like, you know, if it crumbles, it's fine, because it was already building over here. So just let it fall. And then you really have that realization that you did the right thing. Very beautiful, guys. Getting a daily healing message. Affirmation, here we go. Work daily towards improving your mental health. Like it. And I like that because you do have the Eight of Swords, which is saying there's no reason to feel worried about the situation, my friends. Okay, just let the worry slip away and just keep moving where you know that's where you're supposed to be. Okay, very beautiful. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.